What's good, family? Brethren. Please excuse the background noise. I am doing laundry, and two things I want to cover in this video. Two things. Number one is a movie review that I watched, which was called it was on Netflix, called The House of Dynamite. The House of Dynamite. And I think you brothers should really check that out. I think it's realistic. Number two thing I want to cover is really the spiritual man and how the woman views the spiritual man. So those are the two things I want to cover. So, get the simple stuff out the way. The House of Dynamite was a movie made by Netflix with Idris Elba as the President of the United States. And it goes through, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will say this. Before I say anything about this movie, I would really appreciate your perspective. If you put in the comment section or make a response video as to what your perspective is on this movie after you give us some time and think about it. Because your reaction to the middle and the ending may sway you. You think about stuff emotionally this way or that way. But give it some time, then make your response to it. So I appreciate you giving me your response to this specific movie, The House of Dynamite, A House of Dynamite. So basically, I'm going to give you an overview. I'm going to give you my review of this movie with no spoilers. So this movie it's a movie I think was recently created by Netflix. Similar, like the end of the world type of movies and stuff like that. So it goes through a scenario. The scenario is this. The United States had a nuclear missile has been released from the Pacific Ocean area of like 3 different countries: China, North Korea, and Russia. In that region area, it could be any one of those countries. What ended up happening is that it was some kind of cyber thing that happened where the United States could not specifically detect where this missile came from. And so the missile continues to go eastward towards Chicago. And so the mission is about and it was 19 minutes until Chicago is hit. And that's the whole dynamic of this movie. It's like it's 19 minutes until Chicago is hit by this nuclear missile and 9 to 10 million people die. And so you went through these various stages, 19 minutes. The beauty of this movie is that it's really, 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 really realistic. When you see all the stuff that's going on, maybe that's why they made this movie. With Trump, threatening this, threatening that, and the war in Ukraine and America funding that war. And now in the last week, Trump has said, we're going to do nuclear tests, basically detonations and explosions test type thing. And Russia is like, well, wait a minute, this is too far. They got the Tomahawk missiles threat. So basically, man, as I heard, I don't know if this is true, I admit that. Dude just told me today, he said the real Pentagon in the real life was offended by this movie because it showed the Pentagon to be inept and unprepared for this specific possible threat. So anyways, the whole thing is this. The mission, the movie shows, the main thing is that this nuclear bomb is targeting Chicago. And you see it from various characters within this movies. It's real nicely done. And it's not a super long movie, but it shows you from the different perspective of different people. It's kind of over feminized, in my opinion, to me. Female officers and people, this is America. woman worshiping Karen country. You know what I mean? Women in dominant positions and all that bullshit. Well, Nuke hit that shit. You're going to see all faces and all strength and all that fade away. Thus says the Most High. But when I looked at this movie, I think you brothers really need to check this out. And I'm not going to ruin the middle. I'm not going to ruin the ending for it. I would say that look at it with an objective eye and be like, wow, that makes sense. And just tell me what y'all think, because I want to see what your perspective is on this. But basically, you see this movie is like, it's like, okay, the main enemy is, you don't know who shot this missile off. It's a nuclear missile. You're going to shoot up your missiles to destroy this missile. Will it work? Will it don't? I'm not going to tell you. Chicago may or may not be destroyed. Kind of funny. That's where all the Negroes live. Anyways, you got to look at all the variables. Why not New York? Why not Las Vegas? Why not? You see what I mean? Anyways, watch the movie. Tell me what you think. Very well written, very, very well performed. And I think it's realistic than a mug. I think this is realistic. And that's why probably the Pentagon had a problem with this movie. If that's true. It definitely seems realistic to me. And, I ain't gonna, man, it's a movie I think you need to watch. 4 out of 5 stars is what I'll give it. But I could have gave it more. I think this is such an interesting movie that you need to check it out. And I don't say that about a lot of movies. I like certain movies, but this is an end of the world joint. But without much like how certain end of the world kind of movies is like The Road and this and that. It's imaginative. This is not really even imaginative. This actually could be the way that it actually goes down. And maybe that's the essence of why this movie is so potent. You know what I mean? So let me give you the bottom line. The missile came out of somewhere in the Pacific area, the Koreas. Where north you got Russia, then a little southern you got Korea, North Korea, then a little more southern, that's the general area. Then southern than that, you got China, east. And that's coming, it's like, who launched it? Who launched it? Who launched it? And that's the big question throughout the movie. We don't know who launched it. We don't know who launched it. Decision need to be made. President, what you gonna do? Will the nuclear weapon detonate? Will it not detonate? Will it be a dud? Or will not 10 million people in America die? Is this a first strike of many strikes that are already planned or blah, 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 blah? We couldn't tell where this missile was launched from because of some kind of cyber attack that occurred, right? And blinded our satellites and stuff so we can't see where it came from. So, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, bro, the whole movie you trying to figure out, dang, and then they say, okay, you're seeing the perspective from different perspectives. This person, then the next person, Department of Defense, the next person, the Pentagon, the next person, the president, the other person, this and that. And you see all these bad boys mixed together. It is really a well-written and overlaps different people's perspective, but it's really, really realistic. You got 19 minutes before this nuke destroy the city of America, one city, Chicago. Question, is this a first strike to see how America will respond? Is this a first strike and then the other strike is already ready to go? You see what I mean? It's so many questions. And that's one of the main things that is intriguing about this movie is that it's a bunch of questions and not no answers. So I would really like your perspective on this movie. So anyways, that's that. On to the more kind of like pertinent thing, but that movie's dope. Just something I was thinking about, right? Okay, and I'm gonna try to keep this quick as well. In the Western American dating, mating strategy, and relationship dynamics, it's all fucked up. If you want to deal with a woman in America, you go pretty much deal with a whore. She might not be charging money, but she gonna be, she gonna be having sex with somebody for free, or somebody for a cash price. Yes, I mean these women. It ain't. This is a matriarchy. America is a matriarchy. We're not in a patriarchy. See, when you look at the scripture, you look at a man purchases a wife. She's a virgin. She clean. She gonna bathe. If anybody has sex with his wife, they die, and she dies. If she was with it, she dies. If she ain't with it, then she's just defiled property. You understand me? Like manhood, patriarchy, real. That's real patriarchy joint. The scriptures. We don't live in that. We don't live in that operation, a governmental operation. We live in a white man setup where he allow his bitches to be. I was talking to this white chick. He allow his bitches to do this, do that, travel here, go there. Oh God, this is garbage. This is Babylon. This is confusion. So, talking to this white broad, she giving me an energy like she cool, like me, real friendly. I'm like, oh, cool. Another cute little white piece of meat, skinny, you know. I'm like, so you got a man or what? She was like, yeah, I got a man. I was like, oh well, okay, it's pretty much over. She was like, I'm in a non-committed, blobbity poly. This. I'm like, what the fuck? So basically, she was saying that she's in an open relationship, and as long as her and him, her dude have protected. You gotta have some kind of restriction, right? As long as they protect it, then it's okay. And as long as the other person know about it. So she can have other dudes fuck her and he can have other women. I'm like, man, this is bullshit. This is cuckolding. This ain't no proper polygamy. You doing polyandry and he's doing polygamy, but ain't no order, ain't no structure. It's bullshit. This is the white man's bullshit ass version of polygamy, so to speak. It was just wide open. Yeah, polygamy, yeah, it is in the Bible. No, the polygamy is in the Bible where the woman is a piece of property and a man can have multiple women. And if the woman have multiple dudes, she get killed. That's scripture. You understand me? That no equality in this. She can have hers and I can have mine. No, it don't work that way. Like, white men always perverting what's supposed to be. You understand me? They can't even do polygamy right. You gotta, well, she finds somebody that she likes and I approve of them. Man, why would you want another man busting a nut in your woman's throat? The fuck wrong with, like, the white man is like perverted. Like, I'm not racist, but these people are not ordered properly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Why would you want your woman even being around and conversing with it? Why would you want your woman around? This is your woman. This is your piece of property. You know what I'm saying? But he don't think of the scriptures the way the scriptures actually meant for the scriptures to be understood. Because he only understood. And he's perverted. He's perverse in his making. You can't make a lion and a fish. They have different characteristics. You understand me? The scripture is a lion kingdom characteristic. Yeah. And the white man's American, European culture is a fish kingdom. Whoever around her, just spray seed around her. And the eggs will get fertilized, but who? We don't know. It's bullshit. It can't be sustained. So, anyways, that is what it is. But she telling me, oh yeah, this and that. I'm like, hey, I could smash. She's cute. But I'm like, her name's Mary. Some white chick. It's all confusion. As long as he approves of it, why would I want to be with another man's wife? This is confusion. This is confusion. Because why would a man want to see his woman get banged? And some dudes actually get off on seeing their woman get banged by another dude, especially a quote big black buck. Man, this place is garbage, bro. Garbage. So anyways. I don't even want to wait on that rampage, but oh God. Sexual marketplace. Okay, so you're dealing with effery here in America. Fuckery. You dealing with stuff that really ain't supposed to really. You dealing with, okay, men got to go to this dating culture. I got to go to this. I got to level up. I got to level up my money, level up my height, get more tattoos. I got to be more well-groomed so I can attract a female because I'm always in competition. Scripturally, you ain't in competition for your woman. Scripturally, when this woman is your woman, she is your woman. You ain't supposed to be competing with other men for your fucking property, according to the scriptures. Now, according to white man culture, yeah, well, you're always in competition. It's your woman. She can leave you at any moment. That's bullshit. It's not. So, like, it's like you know what should be, but then what is different than what should be. Here in America, you are in the dating market and the relationship market. And you better stay up. You better hit the gym, or your wife's going to leave you. Like scripturally, if the bitch leave you, she leave with nothing, and if she cheat on you, the bitch die. Like, you understand me? Like, it's not no choice. It's not no. She go to do. Oh, he's taller. He got a bigger wiener. He got tattoos. He can sing. The bitch die. You understand me? That's what. Yeah, scripture like. That's what the frustration point, the fire of this whole, a man that believes in the scriptures, this is a polluted culture, man. This culture enrages you, man. You understand me? Like, this is wrong, bro. And if you're trying to just deal with women, it's like you got to alter your whole kind of approach. Just understand these bitches come, these bitches go. You gotta really approach this shit like a pimp, man. Understand that bitch can leave. Yeah, she love you. She giving you good feelings. Oh, she may even give you some money. Oh, she came over, cook for you and shit. But if another nigga come along and give her better feelings in American white man culture, the bitch gonna float along and fly along and go with the next nigga. So you gotta keep your emotions in check. Whereas in a patriarchy, a scripture kind of culture, you got more of a solid base that you dealing with, bro. Like, this woman, she understands she's purchased for a purchase price. She's your wife. She's a piece of property, you understand me? And if she fuck around with another dude, the bitch die, possibly. Like, Eastern shit, not this white Western shit. It's in having an Eastern mind state, but yet living in the West, the West of the West of the West. Whew, man, it's horrible, man, a lot of times, man, because you know what should be, but then you see what should not be, but what should not be is always prevalent. You understand me? It's really effed up. So this is why, it's... So, all right, let me keep this straightforward. Okay. So, in the dating market, I know I went on a rampage, because it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. Being a brother who knows the scriptures, know how stuff's supposed to be, and then you're dealing with women who are just, it's all confusion, man. Just he had higher status. He took your woman. Hey, you just need to take the L. Like, motherfucker, if this is your wife, she not supposed to be able to be taken. And if the bitch be taken, the bitch supposed to be slayed. Like, that's scripture, dude. Like, in God we trust. This is scripture. So you can do, it's like, you can't really operate according to the punishment and the laws of the scriptures, even though America is supposed to be a biblical-based country, but it's not. It's a white man-based country. In other words, let your bitches be free. Second Opinions, chapter 13, verse 25. Or maybe 23, around there somewhere. Second Opinions, you understand me? Brothers that get it. So, 3 different categories of dudes. I'm going to say 3 different categories of dudes. And this is not set in stone, but it's something I was thinking about. Okay. Hey, I got on that tirade and rant earlier, but it's frustrating. Living in a culture, I understand the game. I go into bars, I go into clubs. I've gotten women within 30 minutes and fucked them in the car. I'm not no dude that don't know how to get bitches. But what I'm saying, it's still frustrating because you live in a culture, like, I'm not no dude just sitting in my mom's basement. I know the game of going out. I'm an older brother. I had to go out and actually converse with people before AI and before, social media and IG and before the shit even existed. Like I remember the internet when it was first introduced to us, like 98, 99 or some shit. My first experience was like going on Yahoo, and what I searched, China Great Wall or something like that. Like in 98, that was my first experience. I was on some library, computer, and I searched the Great Wall of China. I was, oh shit, that's how that shit look. I searched Chinese culture. Oh, that's how their buildings look. Oh man, that's dope. It took a long time for the stuff to load, you know what I mean? Then now we have cell phones that have like everything. So I'm not no dude that I grew up in you have to engage with people type shit. Person to person, face to face. Those skills are very, very, very much lost. So what I'm saying, I come from a place of experience, basically what I'm saying. So, I lost some and I won some, but I won some. So, I walked in the bar and the bitch hit on me and bought me drinks, bro. And I have these various experiences. Not really bragging, but I'm telling you that I'm not just some motherfucker sitting in my mom's basement, me eating Twinkies and pancakes and shit like that, playing video games compulsively and masturbating and shit. I'll live a life. But what I'm saying, the frustrating part is seeing how this stuff is degenerated. Anyways. Okay, so 3 different type of dudes. Keep it straightforward. Get off my rant and rave and get off my soapbox. When I look at this dating market, the dating market and the relationship market frustrates me because you have a dynamic where I was listening to this dude, he was a divorce attorney. He was basically talking about, the divorce market and all this shit. A bitch getting half of your shit. Like, a woman shouldn't even... Let me calm down. A woman shouldn't even have the ability to get half your shit, bro. But again, this is a white man culture who put the bitch in a power position. This dude is a degenerate, bro. His shit is fucked up. He don't know how to cultivate real families, bro. His woman don't even fucking like him. His woman traveling around the world, jumping on niggas' dicks in the Caribbean and here in America, acting all brand new. Oh, I hate black men. But then when she go to the Caribbean, she getting ran through by Jamaican Tyrone. Blah. But she got the leverage. She got the power. Why would you give your woman a... But that's the perversion of the white man. I gotta hear her opinion. I think she has a good point. Fuck her points, man. She's supposed to be a servant and follow your instructions. But how you gonna teach somebody who it ain't in them? You understand me? It ain't in these people to rule properly and rule their women. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I really, though I have quote, 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 benefited from the dating, hookup culture, club culture, and all that. A lot of people say the club culture is really dead. I haven't really went to a club in a minute. I've been to a bar a few weeks ago, but it's the same kind of shit. I don't really like it. But because women, even fat women, got a lot of attention from men, I don't like it. I didn't like it even when I was more so in it. But I don't even like the whole hookup culture, even though I have, quote, quote, benefited from it. When I say, quote, quote, I've had a lot of sluts I laid with for free who bought me shit. You understand me? But, but when I look at it, it was just some nights that I had and some memories to brag about. But the bitches didn't stick. Why? Because another dude came, or another dude, he shined better, or he had a bigger wiener, he had tattoos, he was taller. You understand me? You that dude for the night. You know what I mean? And that's what you deal with in this culture of hookup culture. And like I said, I'm not coming from a perspective of not having, so-called benefit. So-called. Anyways, now, in hookup culture, basically, they always say, I'm going to talk about 3 different types of dudes. They always talk about 20% of the men is, by the bitches, how they perceive the men is 20% of the men is, alphas, and they're sexually selected by the females, and they like those particular 20% dudes. Then they say, well, 85% of the other dudes, women don't even acknowledge their existence. So, let's say 80-20 rule. 20% of dudes are chose by the bitches. 80% of dudes are ignored by the bitches, or something like that. Whatever percentage. Now, reality, and that's so you basically got to do, all right, that's attractive. He tall, or tattoos, or big wiener, or big money, or sing, or he can rap or some shit. Or you got a status, or you got a nice car, or some shit. You got some kind of variant combination of this shit, whatever it is. Or he remind her of her father, or he light skinned, or he dark skinned, or he got a bald head, he got long hair, he got braids, he got dreads. Like it's endless. It's endless. See, when you create a hookup culture that allows women to lead, it's animalistic. Female animals made their mate choice selection based on some barbaric low-level shit. You're supposed to be a human being. But see, what I'm saying is, like, the white man's culture is set up to allow women to operate as animals in the mating arena. Women don't even value chastity and keeping their pussies untouched. These bitches look at, they can be, like I was talking to this one bro, right? And she was like, I said, a woman who got 20 bodies is not the same as a man who got 20 bodies. If a man sleep with 20 women versus a woman that sleep with 20 men, it's not the same. A man to sleep with 20 women mean that he had the charisma, the game, or looks, or whatever to attract 20 women, and then also whatever to get her in the bed and smash the bitch. Whereas a woman, she got 20 bodies, that shit easy. She can it's like taking a dump. She can walk into a grocery store and say, hey, who wanna have sex? And like 20, oh yeah, she fat, but yeah, she got a fupa pouch in her. She built like a potato, but shit, why not? Shit, dudes will fuck anything. It's not an accomplishment. Men, see, when a man, women are always known throughout history to be spoils of war and booty. Something to be acquired, property to be acquired. This tribe takes over the other tribe, and now they kill all the men and all the kids, the gold, the silver, the Jews, the woman. You understand me? All the property is now the other tribes because they conquer that shit. Women have always been property. The father raises the daughter, and then a dude comes over, oh, like your daughter, pay me a dowry. Now that property from the father is now the husband's. It's supposed to be that way, bro, because women have always been looked at as property. Now, when you dealing in a white man culture where bitches can make the choice, you dealing in an animalistic type of situation. Now, the animalistic type of situation is the bitch make the choice. She make the choosing. This dude tall, she'll lay with him. Oh, this dude, my father, she'll lay with him. Oh, yeah, you got a six-pack, lay with him. Oh, he light-skinned, dark-skinned, lay with him. You got long hair, dark hair, lay with him. Like, bitches make the choice. As you see in America, that don't work. But we ain't gonna stay on that. I'm gonna get away from that. I know I went there a few times. So, in the culture, so we understand, generally speaking, there's two basic type of dudes, and I'm gonna introduce a third dude, and let's rock with this. We're talking about the spiritual man. Now, the first dude, the alpha dude, basically get the bitches, he this, he that, all the things I mentioned before, that attract the female animal, American, Western liberated free woman. Oh, he's tall, he this, he that. She opened her vagina. Oh, yeah, back to the bitch talking about 20 bodies. A man is, when a woman is inside when a man is inside of a woman, he has conquered that bitch. He has dominated this bitch. He is imprinting upon this woman. She is being conquered. What does scripture say? She's being humbled. How do you humble a woman? By popping her, having sex with the bitch. So a woman is being humbled. So she was like, I told the chick, she about 25 years old, I said, a woman that has sex with 20 dudes she's a street woman. And she said, well, a man that has sex with 20 women, he's a street dude. As though this shit is equal. Like, as though they even mean anything. Bitch, you've been entered into by 20 dudes. You've been dominated by 20 dudes. You don't see it that way because you have a religion of feminism that has okey-doked your mind to believe that it's okay to operate like men and have multiple sex partners. Your mama, aunties, grandmama didn't teach you to keep your pussy clean. Didn't teach you to not be a prostitute. Because your auntie, grandma, and mama was probably a prostitute. And a lot of older women try to pollute the younger women into the game so they don't feel bad because misery loves company. So you probably never heard this truth. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be giving you ain't no man. A man, if he have 20, 100, 200, I ain't saying that's the right thing to do, but it's looked upon as a badge of honor. Because you got to be something, and then, you got to really, as a man, you got to be something or somebody, yes, I mean, for a woman, that many women want to have sex with you. You know what I mean? Like, this, that, all of the attraction triggers that I mentioned earlier. So she trying to argue me, well, man, he's a street man. What the fuck? They don't have the same pull. A street woman is a prostitute. A street man, what's that? A dude that can get a lot of chicks. Oh, see, these women still think with the mentality that men and women are equal. I ain't saying go out and fornicate with random bitches. I'm saying, even though I did, I'm saying that women have a really skewed view of how they supposed to operate. So that's the dude. So we understand that's the dude, the dude who is selected by female, sexually selected dude. That's the 20 or 15%, whatever. Now you have the 80, 20, 80%. Now you have the 80%, which is like the nice guy, whatever, or he ain't tall enough, he ain't this, in her eyes. I'm not talking about reality. I'm talking about from the female's perspective. Again, I'm not talking about truth or reality. I'm talking about from her perspective, which is based on her emotions and shit. So you have a bunch of other dudes who are this or that, or they in her eyes, only 5'8", only 5'7", or whatever. This is because she's overwhelmed with the overabundance of options and stuff. And women ain't really meant to make their own heavy, long life decisions. Patriarchy is set up to keep a woman from making these hardcore decisions, and these decisions to be made for her. Not that he tall. She like, he emotionally triggered. He emotionally triggered this bitch. He look like Drake. She busts her legs wide open for a motherfucker that look like Drake. Or a dude that said he a doctor or said he a lawyer. Or like you see with these Lamborghini pranks. A dude come out and he, you own this? This your Lamborghini? Oh, now the pussy fly open. This is what white culture, it's an animalistic culture, bro. In the patriarchal culture, there are punishments for women being hoes and cheating on their husband, all that kind of stuff. That ain't the way in a white man culture, in free, liberated type culture that we live in here in America. So you got to make the adjustments. So now I'm going to introduce it. So we understand those two type of dudes, the dudes that she actually desire and the dudes that she don't actually desire. So far as like, you could say, let's say the 20 and the 80. They would say beta and alpha, whatever. Now I want to talk to you about, well, the main point is what I want to talk to you about the spiritual dude, which is really, the scriptures say that I will make a man more precious than fine gold. You understand me? The spiritual dude, well, I'm going to say more from the Bible scripture perspective. So here we go. See, I was thinking about it. I was listening to this white bitch being interviewed in like Miami, and she was talking about five different dudes that she deal with, right? One dude, she deal with him because he got a lot of money. He's rich. He's in Miami, Lamborghini. Other dude, he got a big wiener or whatever. She called him good dinguling. Other dudes, and a lot of others, she's kind of blurred out the rest of the dudes like, all right, they friends or emotional tampon type of dudes. And she was blatant about this. You have to thank God for social media because it shows you these women who they really are, and they telling you blatantly who they are. And they careless. She said, yeah, I got like 5 male friends, yeah. And this guy, she has sex with this, whatever, because he pays little bills and stuff like that. Other dude, she said he ain't going to be nothing. He's pretty much a loser, but he got good ding-a-ling. The other dude, he's rich, and whenever I need something, blah, 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 he's there, but he's going to cash me out. The other dude, he's an emotional tampon, and basically, I don't really like him. He's in a friend's. The bitch told you, and that's what I love about social media. Because it tells you through her own words who the fuck she is. All you gotta do is play the video, bro. It was some little cute little white bitch, just ran, and so these women know the certain type of dudes. And when you look in scripturally, man, you got the spiritual man. This is the type of man that these bitches really can't run. They got a handle on a dude that they like for sex and all that type of shit. Yeah, they might chase him and all that. But the men that they really fear, because you might have a dude who got a big wiener, but he's stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good animal and fuck good in the bed. You got a dude who ain't necessarily good in bed, but he got a ton of money. You understand me? Like rich. So he can spoil the bitch. You understand me? So she put on a good act as though she is attractive or whatever. She played that role. She's a prostitute. But she'll call herself a regular chick. Then she have she got swarms and swarms of nice guy dudes who are in the friend zone, hunched over and, you want to go, dinner dates and all this other kind of stuff, dinner date prostitution. But the dude, so that's the 80 and that's the 20 or whatever. But whatever, let's say 19%. But the percent, what scripture say, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. You talking about the more precious than fine gold dudes like Joseph. You talking about the precious dudes like, rare dudes. See, I'm gonna put it like this: it's a certain type of dude the bitch can't control. Elijah, Jezebel. Who is the worst type of woman when you call a woman a Jezebel? That's worse than calling her a bitch or a dog. When you call her a Jezebel, that's something specific. You're manipulative, controlling, narcissistic, disingenuous female. And everybody knows Jezebel was a piece of shit. The bitch was ate by dogs. I think the dogs ate everything except for, I think, her feet and her hands and her skull. The dog said, I ain't eating that shit. Now, if I'm correct, I could be incorrect on that. But the dog said her feet ran too swiftly to mischief, her hands shed too much innocent blood, and her skull was too full of evil and shit, and evil doings and imaginations. Even the dogs couldn't eat that bitch's skull and hands and feet. That was a raggedy ass bitch. But I submit to you today that it's a lot of females today that are worse and more evil than Jezebel. Microphone drop. Well, I'll say it like this. There's more women, because even in Revelation, they're talking about this Jezebel, the spirit of Jezebel. So I don't know if I'm even correct on that. But what I'm saying is that I would say it like this. There's more women today that are less feminine outwardly than the Jezebel back then. Because I would imagine if she's a king's wife back then, that she had to at least be outwardly feminine. But inwardly, she was masculine, controlling, and a narcissist and a piece of shit. But externally, if that's even saying something, even that even mean any credibility. She was a better actor because she had to, because she didn't have a system set up. But the spirit is the same. So you dealing with these women out here, they narcissistic Jezebel bitches. Point is this. The third type of dude, okay, the sexually select dude, then you got the throwaway dudes, and her, all I'm saying is from her perspective. Not that I believe a regular brother is a cool regular brother. Dude, I've seen so many regular ass, broke ass Hispanic dudes, regular ass Asian dudes, no swag, no muscles, no tattoos, no height. I'm 6 feet tall, no height. These motherfuckers, they could be Indian, they could be regular, they could be Arab, they could be regular ass dudes in their own races, and then have really good looking bitches. More specifically, Hispanic dude that come from Honduras or Nicaragua or this country, and they bitches, they women be in, they look good and they in pocket, bro. And the dude be skinny and regular, bro. And all of them not no gangs, bro. It's just, I've been to Latin America, bro. It is that way, bro. Especially in Colombia. Well, that's where I've been, but you don't have to be no super ultra dude and you have a really good looking bitch. I don't know how many dudes I've seen that was regular looking and they had like some big butt Latina with long hair with them, dude. It's normal. It's real normal. It's really, really normal there. But when I see it up here, I'm like, wow, man. And then you see the black bitch in America, fake hair, fake eyelashes, badass attitude, masculine ass James Brown face. Like, yeah, man, who the fuck want this shit, man? Contentious. Anyways, so but the third type of dude is a spiritual dude, the man of the Most High, bro. She can't conquer that dude. She fears that dude. These bitches fear men of Yah, bro. She fears men of the scriptures. Because the Jezebel spirit is always in contention with real masculinity that she can't conquer. You understand me? You know, the way you say Jezebel, where you say, even look at Joseph and Potiphar's wife, and number 2 example, look at Jezebel and Elijah, Eliyahu. Yes, I mean, both of those men would not bow down to what the bitch was talking about. Some simp dude, some simp ass mother, simp nigga, some simp dude let his bitch run shit. Potiphar let his bitch run shit. Ahab let his bitch run shit. And see, this is why I say, women, when you empower these bitches, they will, female liberation binds men, bro. Female liberation binds men. You see that in America, liberated bitches. I'm tired of talking about America. Oh, the other dude I was talking about, where he said that he was with, what was it? He got caught up with the system. I think I said on that previous video. But anyways, he got bound up by the system, by a bitch's word. I'm going to keep that simple. Forget that dude. Found out he was a fucking simp. I ain't going into that story. But the point is this. When you liberate your females, you bind yourself, which is stupid. So women fear men, spiritual men. It was some chick I was listening to. She was like, I don't know if she was like a witch chick or something like that. She was like, certain men have different kind of energies and stuff, and they sperm and all that. So this is a whore or whatever. But she was probably also a witch or some shit. I don't know how I even came among, along this whore's clip. But she said a certain type of man that's like got spiritual strength and can resist sex, that nigga is dangerous and powerful. It's a different type of energy, basically what the bitch was saying. So when you look at Joseph and when you look at Elijah, these are men who stood up in the face of adversity, especially Joseph, man, because he was some attractive female who was throwing pussy at him, but she was in a position of power and her husband was a fucking simp. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could have had the kingdom, but if he did that, he would have compromised. He would have compromised. See, this is what I'm going to tell you, brothers. These women have different categories of dudes. They got the dude that they actually like, but they know he in his pretty much level. Like the bitch I mentioned earlier, she explained, yeah, this dude got a lot of money. He's rich, millions of dollars, but He a trick. The other dude she actually like, he got a big wiener and he's just for play, but he's stupid as fuck. The other dude, he's a musician and she has sex with him, whatever. The other dudes, they just pretty much simps that she used them for dinner dates and manipulate these sons of bitches. But then there's another dude that she can't fucking manipulate, and that's the spiritual man. You see what I mean? The man that got power over himself. That's the very minority of us brothers, man. The Josephs, the Elijah. You see what I mean? So I just wanted to throw that third category of brother. They say alphas and betas. Yeah, but you got the spiritual man. She feared the spiritual man. You see what I mean? Because she like, damn, I can't really actually manipulate this nigga. And he actually, I read his Instagram, I read his Facebook. This nigga's, and then plus he attractive physically and shit. She's like, damn, because remember, Yosef was attractive physically. She's like, damn, I'm gonna work game on this. The reason I'm mentioning it is because I've experienced many of these kind of situations. We have some attractive bitch, but she got a man, and the man's a fucking, shouldn't be quote quote cursing so much, but her man's a fucking simp, man. But yeah, she throwing a pussy at me, bro. And then with this EBT stuff, the bitch is more. I don't know if it's been diminished or removed now. The problem with that, but the hindrance on the stopping women from getting the EBT, etc. But that struck fear in bitches. I'm seeing this bitch around my house more often. But she pretty, but she got a simp motherfucker. It's always the same. It's always the same. He's taller. In my opinion, he's taller. Well, he is taller. In my opinion, he's a better looking dude than me. You know, pretty boy kind of dude. But he's a fucking simp. And he's always obsessed with this bitch. Me, I look at her, I say, okay, I see the traps. And I see you got this dude in pocket. Maybe the bitch done put some voodoo or some good sex on this nigga. Got him linked in. You know what I'm saying? He trapped. He's stupid. And whatever this bitch tell this dude, he looking at me some kind of way. You know what I mean? It's a triangle thing, man. And so I view myself as a spiritual brother that's trying to negotiate and navigate these horrible type of situations where these wayward bitches, you know what I mean? And these simple men who don't have their women in pocket. So, you know, I just wanted to drop this video. I didn't really want to make this video this long, bro. But I wanted to talk about the concept of the spiritual-minded brother. It ain't, you know, a lot of times spiritual-minded brother, you can have more women, but if you deal with certain women, they got a man, and you got standards, so you can't do that shit. And then the woman like, damn. This other thing I want to say. One of the greatest feeling a woman can get is to get a man of the Most High to compromise his standards. You know what I mean? If you say, nah, I don't deal with married women, this and that, you know what I mean? And she know that you actually legitimate, she gonna try to get you off of that shit. Because she all about conquering men. She conquered this dude. She conquered that dude. She understand this dude. She conquered the simps, the 80% of simps. And she like, well, in her head, she's like, she's a goddess to be worshipped. How dare this man? Who is this man? And so that your strength shines out of you. And you know what I mean? And you, like, I'm thinking about another bitch. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to be more careful around her, even tomorrow. Because she already came at a married bitch. She came at me certain type of way, Hispanic bitch. And by how she carry herself and how she be engaging me, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm going to have to be more standoffish. And I was standoffish even earlier today. You know what I mean? So I can see, the reason that's probably why I'm even doing this video. Because I can see, man, I understand like certain things, how women move and all that. And then the other bitch, she married. See, women be married, but they don't give a fuck about their husbands, man, because he conquered. And so she like, oh, this dude, but he being resistant to me and all that. No, who is this dude? Nah. And these women all have self-worship issues. And who are you not to worship me? And like that kind of shit. These a bunch of fucking Jezebel bitches, man. You got to be careful how you maneuver around these bitches. That's real spit, man. That's real spit, man. So that's what I wanted to say, man. One of the greatest joys of one of these stinking hoes is to get a man to that's about something to get off of what he owned. And that's what Potiphar's wife was trying to get Joseph off of what he was on. Compromise his integrity. If she can do that, that's like the biggest nut she can ever have, man. The biggest climax these wicked bitches Jezebels can ever have is to get a man of the Most High to compromise off of his integrity. Two microphone drops. No, three. Three microphone drops. One of the biggest things that excite this bitch, a wicked woman, not a good, decent, man, what we talking about? One of the biggest things that can excite and turn on a wicked bitch is to get a man of the Most High to compromise on his integrity. And so that's what I'm saying, brothers. Make sure you don't compromise on your integrity. Stay strong, man. And especially as these women get more desperate and shit, they gonna become more manipulative and all that kind of shit. So even tomorrow, I gotta see what's going on tomorrow, because this, that, and the other. I'm a, but that's what these hoes about, man. They want to get a dude off of what they own. He ain't paying attention to me. Why ain't he paying attention to me? Bitch, you married. You don't need to worry about why other man ain't paying attention to you. She not worried about the Pookies and Ray Rays and this and that and these various dudes that she physically attracted to. And number two, she ain't worried about the beta males that are in her friend zone, all that shit. She really worried about the Josephs and the Elijahs out here. The Josephs and Elijahs out here. The dudes with the power of the spirit to say no to pussy. Woo, microphone drop. Woo, woo, woo. Woo. These gems, I gotta say these gems, and I don't even say that about myself. These gems, bro, this is by the spirit. Yeah, it's rough and raggedy, but this is by the spirit. See, women want to conquer the righteous man, and if they can't conquer him, they try to kill him. See, I mean, Jezebel that killeth the prophets, man. Why? Because they resisted all of her feminine witchcraft and wiles and to try to break them. All the other men are simps and they cucks and they bow down to her feminine wiles and all those various seductions and witchcrafts. You ain't doing that. So that man, it was this other chick, man. I ain't gonna go into that. She's like a legitimate 8, but she tried to do that witchcraft stuff on me. Like, she literally, like, when I say witchcraft, we look at makeup, and number 2, you look at certain perfumes, and number 3, tight ass clothes. All 3, but I think she was really beautiful, but she working all them joints. Like, I don't even want to get into that, but I resisted all that shit. But these bitches they understand different energies, man. They got dudes coming at them all the time. They understand different type of men. They survive based on whether or not different type of men help them or do not help them. So what I'm saying is that brothers, just keep your spiritual integrity until the end. That's basically what I'm saying. The best weapon that the devil ever used is a woman. So keep your spiritual integrity to the end, man. It ain't nothing new. Peace.